I'm Aaron Hallett. I write original Christian rock. Starting a little bit late today, but, I was busy writing stock music. It's my main thing. I upload a bajillion tracks a day. They're all instrumental things, but it's royalty-free stuff. Anyway, yeah, original Christian rock, so I make the stuff up. I just sit down every day, just write a song. I keep evolving my sound. Got a template here, I modify it every so often. And actually, speaking of which, let me swap the sounds out because I changed them. I was toying around with a trick yesterday where I was multi-tracking with a single guitar by just doing some fancy signal routing. So I'm gonna reload. So whenever I'm doing those metal things I kind of post late afternoon to night, I usually like to do just kind of a rhythm on or do a couple chords on top, but higher octaves. I might kind of use that strategy today. I rate those totally different than I do these. That could be a first riff. I do key changes every once in a while that I kind of like doing as a jump into a chorus. I might do that. So I need to set a tempo. Next question is, do I want to tune this down? I think that might be cool. So, alright, I need headphones because I can hear the strings. That just affects the signal, not the strings. Did my heat just go off? There's no way. It's so freaking cold outside. I guess I just caught up. Alright, well, I've already got the quad tracking out of one guitar thing on. That eliminates a lot of overdub necessity. This thing, I am going to overdub. So what am I doing? B? I'm going to change the color so I can... It just helps me find where I am and outline the song. On the wrong track because I'm stupid. Okay, pain in the butt, but I got it all, I think. I'm gonna do a fade. Good. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna reduce those clean tracks a bit. Improvise random guitar solo. Here I go. Alright, improvised guitar solo accomplished. I grab my bass. I have yet to tune it. It usually isn't too far off. Strings are thicker, so it's just less likely to get affected by things. Alright, I got that done. Took a little bit too long, too. I was having, brain farts and not remembering parts. Not rhymed. But not a very good time for it, because my shoulder's jacked up. I didn't even mention it until now, because my guitar playing is fine, but bass playing I had to be back, and it was stretching the injured part, and I was like, ow, this sucks. So I started playing the bass, just tapping on the strings with the tip of my fingers. Made it better, because I have to reach back so far to finger pick. Okay, C, flex, pitch, go. So if I go left and right, it's gonna mess the whole thing up. Alright, so I'm gonna write the first hit in because it blatantly missed it. What I'm gonna do is same thing I did yesterday, but I'm gonna put this out to the sides on stereo, throw on a cut on the low end on the real bass. So they're now one instrument, kind of like blended together. All right, the MIDI thing is a little bit of a nuisance to do because you got to like go through and fine tooth comb, check everything type stuff, blah. So that sucks a bit, but it does sound good. So I got the top end from the real bass, so any little like slides and noises I make still come through, but all the low end information is mostly taken care of by the MIDI bass, which isn't glitchy and sounding like crap. So, you know, best of both worlds. Well, if you want to learn to play without tension, injure your shoulder. That's not advice. I'm just being sarcastic. Ouch, dude. But tensed up even a little bit. Hurts like hell. Okay. Okay, yeah. There's that. I just thought of a melody for the chorus, so I just did a quick memory aid track. So I need lyrics. Switch over to this track. I don't have any lyrics, so you know what? Let's see. I'm gonna hit record and improvise randomness. I don't know if the verses are consistent because I literally just hit record and said things and hit notes. So yeah, that's something. All right, works for me. That's a song. I gotta solo out and just turn on talk text to get the verse in there because literally I just have this very first chorus, nothing else. I don't actually have the second, third chorus either, but I just kind of kept repeating the last line, so it's not exactly like I even have to worry about that. But yeah, let's just make stuff up and don't overthink it. The lyrics there are going to be copy-pasted to the bottom of the description box. So if you can't understand a word I'm saying, they're down there. I can't even understand a word I'm saying half the time when I start getting up there in range and screaming. So yeah, it's not just you. The middle of my description box has a big paragraph. That's the word. A whole bunch of places that you can find my music, just like online and stuff, streaming and whatnot. So iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, that sort of thing. They're just there if you want to see what ones I'm on and just type my name in the search bar of the one you use. You should find me. I said that in a weird way, but I think you get the idea. The top of the description box has a link. I say right in the beginning it's Christian rock. It's not always super obvious or anything, and it's not my place to like sit here and like go on about that, so I don't. But I just have that link there to say, hey, check this out. It's really good teaching. There's so much bad teaching out there. I always say it's subjective when it's bad teaching because that usually indicates they're just tagging something extra on traditional denominational stuff, personal, emotional baggage. So what you're going to see here is objective teaching, diving into translation, grammar from the original languages, text in context, bird's eye view of the whole thing, and teaching without anything else added. So that being what it is, I think it's a good resource, and I started putting it in my description box a bit ago to just say, hey, check this out. Kind of like scatterbrained today, just feeling off. I think it's because my shoulder hurts and it's like slightly taking my attention, even if I forget about it. So yeah, gotta not do that. I go to the gym and I do a lot of like low weight, high rep stuff anymore because I'm sick and tired of injuring myself. But this like one thing, I was just doing bench press, and it's like the one thing where I'm not lifting heavy, but I just feel like the thing is like when you get to the point where you're about at failure and you're just trying to do that one last rep, if something goes off, I've been doing months and months and months and nothing, and then suddenly yesterday I think I just twisted a little bit the wrong way, just trying to push up that last rep, and it hurts. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm doing cable flies for my chest. I don't give a crap how much weight I can push. I just want stuff to work. I'm trying to work out to keep everything functioning as my butt gets super old and busted. And then I freaking injure myself doing it. Go figure. So yeah, I gotta fix that problem. So I think cable flies is going to be my go-to. I'm just saying screw the bench press altogether. That's it. So thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow because I come out every day. Yeah, that's it. Bye.